Tan coming to you live from Japan. Somewhere in Japan. I forget the name now. Kagigoa or Kagagiwi or something like that. Yes, Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning.
Good morning,
It's
Dr. Jerry.
Kagoshima.
Kagoshima. That's right.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Kagoshima. Indeed.
Kagoshima. That's where they make cargo pants.
So terrible, you ignorant one. So what is Kagoshima known for? This is the first time I've heard of the city.
Kagoshima is an old city, and it has Sakurajima, but Sakurajima is now being blocked, and there's a very strong sunlight behind me, so y'all cannot see anything at all. But it is a live it's still an active volcano, so let's pray it doesn't erupt when I'm here.
It's okay, Jerry. All we want to see is your face. So we can see your face so clearly, and then, so nice, right? The
It
light
is
that's
nice,
coming
yeah.
in.
The land of the rising sun.
Yeah.
Right there.
So this Sakurajima that you're talking about is a volcano.
Active volcano.
Yes, it's a volcano. It's a volcano. And later I'm going to see her, but she is very shy at the moment, so she's covered by clouds.
How are you going to
Very
see her? Are you going to do a little tour and climb the volcano or?
No.
You're not gonna scale it,
it's
okay.
active, so you cannot climb the volcano, but you can go to that little island. So she's on an island, and there are people living on that island. So I don't know. I'm just going to go to the museum and to the places around it.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
I mean, volcanoes,
You've
actually,
been to a volcano.
Mount Bromo, that was in Indonesia. They said it wasn't active, but then, I mean, we sat on these ponies.
Oh, ponies.
We took
okay.
ponies up halfway, and then after that we climbed all the way up, and I looked down, right, and I could see smoke and all that. So how can it be a dormant volcano?
I have no
I panicked
clue.
there, it was too late. By the time I went up there, I saw smoke coming out. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's too late to turn
What's
around
happening?
now.
Then people were throwing like bouquets of flowers into the volcano. I'm thinking, that's it. You know what I mean?
right.
This is you're trying to tell me that you are trying to appease this volcano so that the volcano will not erupt. But I am right here looking into the crater now.
And if it's not an active volcano, why would it erupt,
Yeah,
right?
and it was smelling of sulfur and all that,
Oh my
right? So
gosh.
I'm sure it was not dormant.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one is also not
yeah.
dormant, you're saying, right?
No, it is active. It's an
Yeah.
active volcano.
So don't go too close,
Yeah.
okay, Jerry? Okay? Okay, I just watched Dante's Peak the other
Oh
day.
no!
Okay, anyway.
Okay, so Dr.
Okay.
Jerry, while you're in Japan, we're here in
yeah.
Singapore. You're obviously keeping your mind busy, and some of us here in Singapore may not be keeping our mind busy during the holiday period.
Yes.
So we're talking about neuroplasticity.
Neuroplasticity, because it's such a buzzword, such an in word nowadays that everybody keeps using it, especially the young ones. Oh, and they talk about neuroplasticity. So what is it? Plasticity is whether your brain is malleable, whether it can adapt to change. The neural part of it is the neurons, so the building blocks of the brain and the nervous system. So you put it together is whether the brain can change due to experiences and the different learnings, and whether it can reorganize itself and even grow neural networks. So we always say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Now that's a choice whether you want to learn new tricks or not.
So it's
but-
the dog's choice, is
Yeah,
it?
exactly. Trust me, I can't teach Biscuit any new tricks. He's 12 years old. No new tricks. He's getting from bad to worse, actually.
He's forgetting the old tricks.
Now I'm like, Biscuit, come here. And then I walk to him and I pick him up and I bring him to me.
You don't give him a chance to come over to you.
He won't. He won't come.
right.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
like-
like, why? What,
He's
what's
like,
happening?
screw it, I'm already 12. You come pick me up.
I'm like, Biscuit, come here now. And then I walk up to him, I pick him up, and then I bring him to the sofa. See?
Yeah, you spoil him, obviously.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why I say Glenn would be such a great daddy,
Yes,
He's
he is.
such a
Right.
great dog.
We should just find him a child. Put it in his lap. See what happens.
Sure, come on. Bring them on.
He's actually very gentle with children and with different people. We know that already.
He's very good with children, actually.
There
Yeah.
you go. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I should adopt a few.
If you have the means, why not?
Okay, let's continue to talk to Jerry on The Big Show TV.
Just as Dr. Jerry was talking, I was just thinking, you fit right in Japan. You look Japanese.
I just cannot speak Japanese.
That's okay. Just keep your mouth shut and just go through the city. Just pretend.
Does she really look Japanese? More
think
Japanese
so.
or more Korean?
I think Japanese.
No, she could pass off
She
as
could pass off
Japanese.
as either
Jerry
one.
could pass off as Japanese.
You could also pass off as
I-
Taiwanese, actually.
Yeah, I've got a very common face. It doesn't matter.
No. That's not common.
No.
No, I don't look Japanese. You look Japanese, Korean, and Taiwanese. You fit in everywhere.
And with that in mind, neuroplasticity.
It's the year end. Everyone's having fun.
Everybody's having fun. The ability for us to adapt based on an experience.
Yes. Yes, and it's important. It's important. I mean, we laugh, but it is a very important topic because we talk about dementia, and can we help people with dementia? Can we help people with traumatic brain injury, for example? How about those that have autism or Down syndrome? So this is a very, very important topic for all these different conditions, not just you and me. I mean, we can use it too, but it's important for all these different conditions, rather.
Right.
So there are two types of neuroplasticity. So there's the functional one, where can the brain actually move the functions from a damaged area of the brain to other undamaged area of the brain.
Can
So
it?
there's functional. Yes, it can.
can,
So
wow.
that's why there's two different types of neuroplasticity. Then there's the other one, which is structural plasticity. So can the brain actually change its physical structure as a result of learning?
And
So
it can.
Yes, it can. So, for example, structural would be, let's say, the children learning. So, if we take an MRI of the brain, a child that is learning, so it activates the different parts of the brain. But maybe this child goes into the law profession, for example. So, the linguistic part of the brain would be significantly more active than the other parts of the brain. And we actually can see that. So, that's structural. So if you look at someone who is visually impaired, so the other functions are actually enhanced because they are using the other parts. So that would be functional plasticity. So it kind of moves the other functions to other areas of the brain.
It heightens it as well, right?
Yeah, I was about to ask, does it get heightened?
It does, because you use it. You have to then use it. But if you don't use it, everything can get atrophied.
Then can we use everything equally so that we're all like across the brain quite balanced?
So the scientists are trying to help, find out how we can do that, but we haven't really gotten to that part yet. Yes.
I feel
So
like someone
we
should
do
come up
try.
with an invention, like when women go to the hair salon and perm their hair, the thing comes
Yeah,
over
yeah.
their head, the old-fashioned way.
It's a hairdryer. That's a
so
hairdryer.
someone should come up with that, right? So everyone can stimulate their brains when, they just go for one of these sessions, you just
Well,
have
Dr.
that
Jerry is
over
nodding.
your head, for like an hour or whatever, and it will help stimulate the cells in your brain.
Is there anything
It's possible,
like that already being tested, Dr. Jerry? Because it doesn't sound too far-fetched.
Yeah.
But it's not stable yet. So
Okay.
sometimes those with severe depression or some of the mental conditions, they do have deep brain stimulation, but it is not. I forget what it's called, transcranial something. But it is not yet very stable. So it has not been brought to Singapore yet. But in other countries, there is, where some people really find it very, very useful.
I mean, it's almost like Frankenstein, right?
Yeah, I was
Remember when
about to say-
everything was just attached to the head and everything was stimulated and then he came alive? It's a similar sort of concept,
That's
isn't it?
That's
Electrodes.
electrotherapy.
It's
isn't it?
alive!
Is it like electrotherapy?
Is that what they're using?
No.
No.
So ECT is what ECT is what they do when someone is very, very depressed and very suicidal, and they put an electric current through the prefrontal cortex. So in the past, they when they do it, it was very scary. But now when they do it, they do give them a muscle relaxant.
I see.
So it is
right, okay.
not as scary. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. We're going back on air. Stand by. Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV, coming from Japan. Direct from Japan right now is Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room. She is in Kurogawa.
Kagoshima.
Kagoshima.
Oh, sorry.
You
wrong.
actually Googled it.
Oh my goodness, I googled the wrong place.
Kagoshima.
Kagoshima.
Yes,
I
and
see.
she's going to see the Sakura Jima volcano.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Okay, Kago.
Jima.
Kago-
Shima.
Kagoshima. And
Kagoshima.
the time in Kagoshima right now is about what, 9:11?
Yes, that's right. 1 hour ahead of Singapore.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's why it's nice and bright here.
But very overcast, is it? over
But
there?
actually, it's clearing up behind Jerry. If you look
It looks
at
like
It's
the
cloudy.
volcano is a little bit more.
Yeah, it's
it's-
cloudy. It's supposed to be clear this afternoon. I'll take a photo of Sakurajima for everyone to see.
So
Nice.
it's been raining over there as well, has it?
Yes, so the last 2 days have been quite rainy, but it's very, very light rain. They don't have the heavy rains here.
And of course, the temperature is just perfect there, I'm sure, right now.
Yes, it's like aircon temperature. You can
Oh,
just go
nice.
out
Nice.
with, one coat and that's it.
Yeah, but what
Nice.
is aircon
Very
temperature?
nice.
Some women, aircon temperature is 27 degrees Celsius.
I would think, 19, 18? Is it about that?
19, 20,
Yeah.
19,
Yeah.
18, 19. Today is about 18, 19.
That is
so
nice.
very comfortable. Yeah.
That's nice. And where are you off to after Kagoshima?
And find out next week.
Oh, it's a surprise then. Okay.
But you're
fine.
not going to be in Kagoshima from now till then, lah. In between, you're going to other cities, right? I'm sure.
Yes. So yes, if you want to catch us on Therapy Tuesdays, catch us next week and find
So
out where
exciting.
Yeah, I know. the
So
suspense.
exciting.
Such a
So,
great life.
so it's Jerry and hubby is there, Julian is there, Josh is there, and
Amber.
Amber is there as well.
Yes.
Yes. I'm
Well
very
done.
proud of Amber.
Yes.
Yes.
She
She
just,
scored her goal. Yeah.
yeah. Well done,
Nice.
Amber. Yeah.
Did you just say
In
scored a
ballet.
goal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gold.
Oh, I see. Scott, I thought she took up football.
No,
as
no,
well.
No, gold.
Yes.
Gold.
Amber's a very good
No.
dancer.
Yeah, she's ballerina.
You know who Amber should dance with one of these days? Shalini Susan. Shalini is a dancer and a very good dancer.
Yes.
Break dancer.
go
She can
that.
do break dancing as well.
Ballerina.
No, she can
Okay.
do other dances as well. I'm sure she can do break dancing too, but she's very, very humble.
We do have requests on our Facebook, Jerry, that next week you wear a kimono.
Oh. What? We are not taking requests.
I don't know.
Who is
She's
that
in
that
Japan.
asked? Who
so-
asked? Who
Trevor
asked?
Never.
Tre-
Who
oh my
else?
Must be
goodness,
Trevor.
of course.
Okay, so we're talking about neuroplasticity,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And I have to say, it's the first time I'm hearing
I'd never heard of it.
that word,
And you say it's the it,
neuroplasticity.
it's the it word with the Gen Zers or the millennials right now, right?
Yes, because they are always say that they always use that to try to describe that they are learning new things.
Oh, no.
Which is true.
Okay.
Which is true. So neuroplasticity is trying to reorganize pathways, trying to create new connections and even create new neurons. So that's something that we want to do. And I suppose when we are all learning, during the holidays, since we are talking about holiday season, we just play our games all the time and we pretend that we are strategizing, we are learning new things. That's your brain turning to mush. And then you try to go back into your work, your school, and you say, oh, but my engine cannot start. Then you're not refreshed, you're not, excited, you're not stimulated, right? So that's what we want to do. We want to have the brain constantly in that well-oiled state.
Right.
So that's what we want to do. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's continue to talk to Jerry on the Big Show TV.
Jerry, you're saying our mind needs to be well oiled, which means
We need to think a lot.
It needs to be engaged all the time.
Yes.
When does it? Surely
When do you get
it
to
needs rest.
When you sleep.
Yes, you can rest and you can sleep, you can do mindfulness. So this is another area that we want to also ensure that your brain is doing. So we want it to constantly learn things, because that is one of the 5 pillars that I always say, right? The intellectual part of things is the learning. So learning, a lot of people just stop at, I do a lot of reading and that's about it. But reading only activates one part of the brain. So we want to continue to activate the different parts of the brain. So it's not just one part, yeah?
So tell us how.
Yes. So husbands, all right, if you're giving your wives a headache, it's a good thing. You're stimulating their mind.
One part of the brain, yes. Okay, so how can we do that?
So successful.
Okay. We need to look at what affects neuroplasticity first, right? So just now I said trauma can affect, so traumatic brain injury. So sometimes when people get into accidents or whether it's a head injury, substance abuse also can impede the learning, because, and I'm talking about substance abuse, not substance use. So a lot of people say, then do I have to stop smoking? Do I have to stop drinking? Only when you abuse it that you affect all your different functionings. You use something, you just use it, right?
And do you have to stop sniffing glue? Yes, you have to stop sniffing glue. Yeah. Remember there was one time there was this glue sniffing
when I was
thing
in
that was
school,
going on,
yeah.
and it was damaging,
of course,
the brains of these students.
Yeah.
So poor mental health. Poor mental health is also another factor that can affect it. Medical conditions like epilepsy, cerebral palsy, Fragile X syndrome. So your ASD, Downs, and dementia. So we are looking at some of these conditions that may impede neuroplasticity. However, can we get around it? Definitely we can get around it and we can work through it. Yeah, that's why for children with autism, we work so hard with them, because they can start having new neurons being formed and that we can restructure the brain. Or we can.
That's what I was telling someone the other day. The reason why our Singapore national football team does so badly is because when they were growing up, their parents were always telling them, don't hit the ball too much. So now, as national players, we are at disadvantage because they don't hit the ball.
Right.
I don't know whether it's true or not.
I don't know.
Jerry,
either.
we have a question. We all know about alcohol and how it affects your liver and things like that. Does it affect brain cells? Are there studies that show it affects brain cells?
We can see the volcano now. Okay.
Yeah.
You can see a bit. Yes. You can see a bit. Yes.
Because, there is such a thing called alcohol amnesia.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
I get sometimes.
I get it.
I
as
get
well.
sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
So alcohol does, when you abuse it, and it affects the brain, definitely. So anything that is that you use and you consume that over, and there's too much of it, it does affect the brain.
So anything toxic.
Yes. Yes.
So I wanted to ask you, Dr. Jerry, because you were talking about substance abuse, injuries that obviously affect the brain, too much alcohol, too much too much of anything basically.
Anything, yes.
You said reading, when it comes to reading and stimulating the brain, reading only activates one part. So how do we work the brain in a balanced way? What else can we do to help? Puzzles, maybe music. I don't know. Does listening help?
So that's where a lot of so the listeners can actually brainstorm, and those that are on Facebook can type what methods do they use to activate their brain.
Okay.
So so you've mentioned a couple like puzzles, but what kind of puzzles? I think many different like self-help articles have written the different sort of puzzles. I've written down a few, actually a couple. I'm not very creative, so maybe the listeners can tell us a little bit more. I would chop mahjong. I realize mahjong is really tough. I still cannot figure this game out.
You know what, Jerry? Angel, you and myself, I think we're all willing to learn, right?
Yeah,
we were just talking about it.
Yeah.
We want to learn how to play mahjong. Shall we all go for a course together?
Josh also wants to learn how to
let's do
play.
it.
Okay.
We find a good mahjong teacher and then we take lessons from the mahjong teacher.
Okay, can. That would be quite exciting. I still cannot figure out. I only know the sound pong.
Yes,
That's
same
what we're
here.
talking about.
I want to throw the what do you call the tile at somebody.
So Jerry, some of the things that are coming, some of the things that are coming through on our Facebook, crosswords and Scrabble.
Yeah.
People seem to think word games.
Word games, yes. No one's written Sudoku. I chop another one already.
Sudoku.
Scrabble is nonsense lah. People
Sudoku
come up
is
with nonsense words all the time.
You can challenge the words.
Then you spend time
arguing about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's the point of it.
I don't like
I would
Scrabble.
like to recommend Wordle, which I play every day on the way from home to work. It's by New York Times, so it's on the New York Times app. So they have Wordle and they have word association as well. So I try and finish those two games before I get to work. But it's those are word games that I would.
I feel like it doesn't stimulate the mind.
It does.
You see, Scrabble has a couple of dimensions. So you actually want to use something that has many different dimensions. So Scrabble is not just, I search for the word and I place it down, but you need to calculate the score. Yeah, strategic, and you need to calculate the score. So sometimes it's double word, there's triple word, and many people forgo that part because it is tough to do.
And you also cannot open up the board for anyone else to get higher points than you. So you have to plan ahead as well. You can't open up the board for somebody to create like a 7-letter word, which means they score way more, right?
Yes. So that's
strategic. Yeah, it's very strategic.
Yes.
Chess is a good one as well.
Correct. So there are different dimensions to it. So now we're coming up with more games, and you realize one of the elements is fun. You want to have fun doing it, because if you're going to do something boring, then it's no different from like studying or like, work, where it becomes very mundane, it becomes very flat. So although it is stimulating, like work is stimulating, studying is stimulating, or rather school is stimulating, it's, it has a little bit more negative emotion attached to it. So you want more positive emotions attached to whatever that you're doing so that it gets a little bit more exciting.
What about hand-eye coordination games?
That's the exercise that I'm going to have all of you do in a little while. So yes, you talk about physical exercises. So the general gross motor skills, I want everybody to continue to do. So exercising for mental health is very gentle exercise, 20 minutes every day. Walking, jogging, or swimming. So we talk about the bilateral stimulation. So you exercise both sides of the brain. So you have repetitive motion of the right side and the left side, and you move both sides of the body. So that's exercise. So it doesn't have to be intensive, but if you want to, do an intensive workout, do it like 2 or 3 times a week. The rest of the time, you just do gentle exercises. So that's mental health, exercise for mental health. Now it is exciting. Oh,
All right.
are we going back on air?
We are
or-
going back
Yeah.
on air.
Okay.
You know what? I just want to say that. You know what's also stimulating for the mind? Having like 4 girlfriends at the same time.
Oh my god, that sounds like a headache more than anything else.
That's just one big
It's
headache.
not recommended.
Okay.
We have
Yes.
spoken about games. We have spoken about the
Physical activity.
What about experiential?
Oh yeah. So traveling is a great way to learn new things, explore places. So if you're doing the, I just travel to some place and sit by the pool, that's great for a chill out sort of weekend or a holiday. But when you go overseas, you would like to experience, not to overwhelm yourself, but to learn new things.
Yeah.
Learn about the culture, learn about the arts, learn about their way of life, and do things differently. So the whole idea is trying to do things differently.
What about your other senses, like your hearing, your smell, your taste, your touch?
Yeah, so when you're traveling, you taste different foods. So you don't go back and, eat the foods that you're familiar with. You can try different things. I think even my team and I, they would squirm at some things new. Like when we went to Chiang Mai to do our charity camp in July, we tried that. I'm not sure.
Maggots.
It's not a silkworm. Is it a maggot?
I
or
think it's
something?
maggots.
No,
Yeah.
you don't eat
Yeah.
maggots.
Maggots.
No.
The worms.
No,
It's
I
like
don't think it's
mealworms.
mealworm.
It's like
They're not mealworms.
soldier fly larvae or something.
Oh,
I don't
Yeah, but you don't call
know.
it maggots lah.
They're maggots. I think she
No,
said
but-
maggots.
I'm telling you who's a maggot.
No. I don't know what it is, but we bought it and we tasted it, and every time we taste it, it's like, oh my gosh, did I really taste it? But it's an experience, so we learn about new things. We have different tastes. It has a very neutral taste, but a crispy texture.
They taste
So,
like
yes.
chicken.
No, it doesn't taste like chicken. Frog tastes like chicken.
That's true as well. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I haven't had
Yes.
frog in a while.
Yes.
Yeah, but I wouldn't recommend it though. And I tried it
What,
once.
frogs?
no, the
The
yeah,
insects, the
It
it
edible
was
insects.
soldier fly larvae
Yeah.
or something
Yeah.
like that. So after eating it, right, I'm like, oh my goodness, what if it starts to breed or
No,
grow
it's
in
dead.
my stomach or
no,
something
it'll
like
die
that?
with the acid.
You know what I mean?
You never know. Some guy
Yeah.
ate a fig and he swallowed the seed and a tree started growing in him. So you got to be careful.
There you go.
Yeah, be careful. You get insects growing in you.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Auntie Angel, please do not gay people like that.
Auntie Angel indeed.
It is the truth. It was in the news. Guy had a tree growing in him.
No, I ate grapes the other day. I had to trim the vine coming
See?
out my ear.
Soon we can step on him and he'll produce wine.
Okay, back to neuroplasticity. I mean, Shalini is showing us the red card already.
Oh no.
Should we go on the Big
Yes,
Show TV and do this exercise that she wants us to do?
Okay, I think
Sure.
we'll have to do the exercise on the Big Show
On
TV.
the Big Show TV,
for sure,
yeah.
for
Okay.
sure.
Join us,
Okay.
YouTube and Facebook.
We are with Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room. Okay, all right, let's do this.
Okay, what are we doing?
Okay. So this is something that I love to get the seniors to do,
Happy?
but all of us can do. Ayo, so
Straight away, no,
bad.
Jerry. You see how they bully me here?
Excuse me, I didn't say anything. He said
All of you are thinking the same thing. Don't bluff. Cheyenne was thinking the same thing. Shalini, Angel.
No, do not speak on our behalf.
He's probably more nimble than any one of us.
Oh,
Okay, so
I don't
this
think
one
so.
is-
No, I don't think so either.
No, I don't think so.
No, it's not.
Okay, this one is the hunter chasing after the rabbit. Okay,
Ah,
so
what?
you do this. So you
Oh.
have a peace sign, and
this
then you
one's
have
hard.
a gun. Hunter chasing the rabbit.
Okay.
Hunter chasing a rabbit. Hunter chasing a rabbit, and you go faster and faster and faster.
I'm
not
and
very good with
faster.
it.
I got it!
The hunter caught the rabbit.
I caught the rabbit!
It's not the idea.
You see, it's not
It's
as
not,
easy as you
it's
think.
not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not
To go
easy.
faster
And
go
faster and faster
faster,
and faster and faster.
faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
It's
I
not
cannot already.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that
Yes.
is a good exercise.
I feel like it's a
Yeah.
waste of time
So-
to do
No,
this.
it's a good exercise for your brain.
When we are doing this,
My brain hurts now.
No, what's actually happening with our brain?
Where is working?
Where is
You have-
working?
Yeah, so that's the physical, and this is the fine motor skills that we are
Okay.
activating. Yeah, and also we are trying to coordinate. So this motor coordination. Yeah.
Okay.
So is this like a full brain exercise, or is there a particular part of the brain that is activated with something like this?
Usually, we only can activate small parts of the brain. We
Oh,
don't
right.
activate
Okay.
Right.
Right.
the- We think we are because it is so difficult.
Yeah.
It's hard. Glenn doesn't like this game. He's like, I don't get it.
I can slowly, I'll go faster.
See, but
Your
this-
thumb is
thumb,
not
your
up. Your
thumb,
thumb
bro.
is not up. It's like gun.
Oh! What happened there?
Yeah.
Got
see?
two guns.
Yes. So for children, right, because their brains grow exponentially, all the different games that they play, the hang games and everything. Yes. So that really helps them. We think they are games, but it is really helping each one of them grow. Now the other one, so the hunter and the rabbit is one. I think something simpler. Can you all do this?
Simpler. So,
Simpler.
so bad.
Yes,
Something
there you
simple.
go.
Nano,
This is
nano?
Nano,
yes,
nano.
nano.
Nano,
Can you
nano.
do this?
Oh no, I can't because my fingers don't work that way.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
can.
can't. I can do it on one hand. Not on both.
Okay, so you
Oh,
split.
hurt my
Yeah,
finger.
You
can.
split.
Yes.
You split.
Wow.
Yes.
No,
You split.
cannot.
You split.
Yes.
What?
Wow.
Split and then 3 in 1.
No.
Oh,
that
I
one can't do.
see.
You have two,
And then 3 in 1. Yeah.
Yeah,
For
I can't
both
do it
hands,
on my
ah.
left hand because I've got a trigger finger. So
and then you have
yeah.
and you split.
Oh, and then
So that's
Yeah.
another fine motor one where you have to coordinate both sides. Yeah.
Dr. Jerry, what about something like gaming? Because so many kids are on games,
I was
video
about- yeah.
games, phone games, Wii, all sorts of games. Some are physical, some are not. Some just make you sit in a chair all day.
No, but it's hand-eye coordination.
Are
right?
those good for the brain, or
Yeah.
do you just sort of get sucked into it and it's kind of monotonous?
I will be very careful here. Yes,
Okay.
the gaming, the game makers, the game developers will say that it helps with brain stimulation, coordination, strategizing, which it does all of that. But remember, too much of anything good becomes bad. So when the addiction occurs, then that is bad. Then you overstimulate one part of the brain, then that is not good.
Okay.
So I would be very cautious with that. Yeah. And
So
this
is it-
is external stimulation.
so is it good to do a few bad things then? Will it
Why
become good?
am I not surprised that it
Right?
comes from
Of
you?
course.
And they say I'm the one with the mind. But Jerry, what about, and Joel is asking this, what about learning a musical instrument or learning dance?
Yes. So we always encourage, people to learn different art forms. So dancing is great, music is great, painting is great, different things like, anyone can learn salsa. Okay, no, I cannot coordinate, but never mind. So
I'm
FD
sure you can. We've seen you dance.
Actually, I've got 3 left feet, Jerry. You can learn.
FD
You
does.
can train. You can
Wow.
He does the
you
hustle.
can actually train your brain.
There we go. So you're
You
talking
can.
about structural plasticity there. So an illustration there, right, for us. I've got a fun one for us, but I'm not sure whether we go on the radio or shall we do it on the Big Show TV.
You have 2.5 minutes.
We can
What
do
you
it.
think?
We can do it on the radio as well, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do two.
Yes.
Two
Okay.
types. I mean, it's a tongue twister. So have
Ooh.
you done? Yes. I'm not sure. What tongue twisters do you know? I'm boring.
She sells
I only
seashells on the seashore.
Peter Piper
Yes.
picks a pack of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picks a pack of pickled peppers, how many packs of pickled peppers does Peter Piper pick?
Theo Thistle,
Wow.
the thistle
That's very
sifter, sieved a sieve of sifted thistles into a sieve of unsifted thistles. He then sieved a sieve of unsifted thistles into a sieve of sifted thistles because Theo Thistler was the thistle sifter.
Wow. Nicely done, nicely done, nicely
She
done.
sells seashells on the seashore.
She sells seashells on the seashore. If she sells seashells on the seashore, how many seashells does she sell on the seashore?
The
No,
black
she-
fat cat sat on a mat.
Okay.
How much oil could a gunboil boil if a gunboil could boil oil? A gunboil would boil as much oil as a gunboil could boil if a gunboil could boil oil.
So you were saying tongue twisters?
Hang on.
Okay.
So this time, sorry, FD, I have to say the seniors are of a different generation where they learn on.
Yeah.
So I would like to challenge the young one. I'm not sure whether Cheyenne and Shalini.
Whoa,
They are here.
let's go.
Okay.
They're here.
Do
They can't be
know
bothered with these sort of
anything?
things.
Come
Okay,
on.
what do you want them to do?
Can they do she sells seashell on the seashore, and if she sells seashells on the seashore, she is a seashell seller.
Oh, yours is a slightly different version.
Okay.
I thought that was it. She sells seashells on the
No,
seashore.
no.
And if she sells seashells
It's
on the seashore, is she a seashell seller?
And then how many seashells does she sell?
Okay, we can use Angel's one. It's slightly shorter.
Okay, she sells seashells on,
On the seashore, and if she sells seashells on the seashore, is she a seashell seller?
Correct. Okay, guys, come on, let's go. 40 seconds. Who goes first?
I don't know the full one. She sells seashells by the seashore. If she sells seashells by the seashore, then surely she's a seashell seller. Seller.
Seashell seller.
But I'm sure she's a seashell sheller. I mean,
Sheller as well.
okay.
She shells it as well.
I can't memorize the name.
Okay, just do she sells seashells on the seashore.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
If she sells seashells by the seashore,
If she sells seashells by the seashore.
you're pretty good.
Is
How many
she-
seashells does she sell?
We gotta go on air.
But she was pretty good though.
Okay,
She was
good.
pretty
Here we go. Michael Bublé, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Whatever happened to Michael Bublé?
He's still
Well,
around.
this is it. He hides in a cave for 11 months of the year, and then in
Christmas
December
he
he
comes
comes out.
And once in a while he comes out and sings Sway.
Oh, I think there's a sad story behind it.
What?
I think his child is not well,
is that
so
right?
I think-
he's taken time off to look
Oh.
after his
No, you're right.
right.
One of his
child.
kids was not well.
Yes,
yeah, I think he had
yes, yes.
cancer,
Sorry.
if I'm not
Sorry,
wrong,
didn't
or
mean to
something
make
like
fun.
that.
Don't
No, it was
say
something
the
like.
C word if you're not sure.
Oh,
Really?
Let me check.
No, I don't think so.
Let me check.
Anyway, we are with Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room. Good morning, Jerry. And Jerry's about to test all of us right now.
Okay.
Right, Jerry?
So what are we doing?
Well, Cheyenne did hers, but she did it because Angel was very slow with her and very kind with her. But I've got a fun one for the young ones. Remember Sound of Music? My
Yes, of
favorite-
course. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog barks, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Okay, sorry, you were saying?
Yes. My favorite word of all time is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That was
That's not
Mary
Sound of
Poppins.
Music.
That was Mary Poppins, right?
Yeah, that's Mary Poppins.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
If you say it long enough, you'll always sound precocious.
Docious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yes, it's Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
Well,
Oh,
welcome
dear.
to the big show, the musical.
Yes.
Does Shalini or Cheyenne, can they say that?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Well
Yeah,
done.
Shalini, Susan?
No, I'm scared. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yeah,
nice,
there you
nice.
go.
Well
Yes,
done.
Nice. Yeah. So tongue twisters, have fine motor skills, learning a new hobby. These are a few things that we can do. So it's really fun. And the criteria is it has to be fun. It cannot be a chore for anyone. So when we go to like the elder care centers, in the past we think that, we need to force them to do exercises. No, we shouldn't force them to do exercises. It should be fun. So one of the
Okay.
criteria. Yeah.
Wait, when you say exercises, you don't mean, do you mean physical exercises or not?
No. So
Mind
exercises.
exercises.
Mind exercise.
Because,
to
yeah, okay.
do- do different activities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and a couple of things that are really, really important that I need to nag. One would be sleep. So people don't sleep enough. They go like, 4 hours of sleep, I can, is enough.
But that's the sacrifice that a lot of us morning show DJs, have to make. Because I mean, how do we get enough sleep?
Well, you know what? Angel has proven that that's wrong.
Yeah.
But she's a girl.
It's got nothing to do with that, Glenn.
What's this girl or boy got anything to do with it?
It's got everything to do
No,
with it.
I
it
think
does not.
it's about training your body to get
It's
into a
about
rhythm.
discipline of which you have none.
If a man sleeps at 8 p.m., it's not macho.
Oh,
Huh?
okay. Anyway, I just want to clarify that Michael Bublé's son did have cancer, but he is now in remission.
Oh, lovely.
Okay.
Good news.
That's good.
Good news.
Yeah.
That's good.
You.
Okay.
What did I just say?
You said men no need sleep.
No, I didn't say that.
You said men are not
It's
macho if they sleep at 8,
Because, I mean, you sleep at what, 8:30?
10 o'clock.
Oh,
Wow.
she's getting later.
That's not too
now.
bad, right?
Not
10 is
enough,
alright.
I think.
Oh, what do you mean 10? I wake up at 4. It's okay. That's 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I'm now getting to bed at 10:30.
Yeah.
I slept at 1:30.
There you go.
I was watching Reacher on Amazon Prime.
There you go. Glenn thrives on very
I want to
little
build
sleep.
my muscles. I want to get as big as this guy who's acting as Reacher.
Okay.
Actually, he's got a
yeah,
nice body,
okay.
this guy. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, we regress.
Yes.
Or digress, actually.
Okay, yes. Your
Regret
last words, Jerry. Shalini has shown us the red card a few times already.
Oh no, okay. So, Atticus says, we are made of all those who have built and broken us. So don't be afraid of, breaking a few things, and then we grow and we strengthen. So, yes. So have fun, everybody, on the holiday, and I'll see everyone next week.
You mean in an argument, you break a few things, is okay?
Nah.
I don't think she means that.
It's okay. He didn't get it, and he won't.
Yeah, he won't.
He won't.
Okay, you stay safe, Jerry. Have a wonderful trip. Love to the family, okay? And see you next week.
Big love to the Kiss 92 family too.
Ah,
Take care. We'll see you next week, Jerry.
Bye.
Bye.
bye, Jerry.